Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. And just before we jump into our Spain playthrough again today, just to remind you all that over on the main MarkGFL YouTube channel, I'm actually streaming some Manor Lords at the moment. It's a new medieval city builder with a little bit of combat thrown in. It's a really good chill game if you like history, because this is done to really feel like a medieval themed game. Then jump over and check it out. I'm having a blast with it. So back to Carlist Spain. I keep wanting to call them Carlin Spain. The reason for that is that there's an old type of British pea that's grown called Carlin peas, and they're gorgeous actually. You just boil them up with salt and vinegar. It's an old fairground snack. But anyway, so Carlist Spain, which has nothing to do with Carlin peas, but anyway, Carlist Spain. We're going to finish this off. We're going to get this done. We're going to get Spain ours. Let's just unpause this, and I'll just knock the speed down a bit so we can keep an eye on things. A few of you have been a little bit worried. Ooh, better infantry equipment, 1939. Don't think we can really go for mechanised. There must be something in industry. We could go for that, that's always going to be useful. But we're going to get the country back. And I feel like we should maybe focus on some other things that are going to be really important. This is going to be something. Let's get this researched, even though we're not building AA at the moment. Because I don't know where we're going to go after this. A few of you, by the way, were quite concerned that I'm not guarding the ports at the back. And it's a valid concern. We could have naval invasions. I don't think we will, but it's certainly a valid concern that we could. I don't want to make him a guerrilla fighter necessarily. Let's kick this in. I think it's time just to kick the door in now. We've weakened Republican Spain enough. We've got a force going down to... Oh, I set this off last time, didn't I? So we're going to cut these guys off. That's going to be ours. All the way to Cadiz. There's not a lot of just other Spain left. It's going down quick. I'd be very surprised if they managed a naval invasion while we weren't looking. But stranger things have happened in this game. And it wouldn't have been stupid to maybe just put these guys on patrol in the seas over here. But we're going to risk it because I'm feeling lucky. Come on, we're almost all the way to Cadiz. Throw everything in. We're in there. So we've cut them off. Poland declared war on Poland. This is the sort of madness that we see in this game now. Poland declared war on Poland. Ooh, we've got him. The Treaty of Madrid. Wait, just have a look. Right. We got him. Spanish equipment seized. Trains, gun. I mean, it was kind of mine to start with. But we got it. Excellent. It went a bit quicker than I thought at the end there. Carlist victory in the Spanish Civil War. Carlist forces under Manuel Falconde have finally defeated their Falangist and Republic enemies and secured full control over Spain. Though isolated pockets of Republican troops continue to wage a guerrilla war that may well hamper the exertion of local Carlist control in previously Republican areas, it is unlikely further coordinated resistance of any significance will materialise. The bravery and fanaticism of the Carlist recruits, I don't know that word, were key in securing their victory, and this same high morale characterises the Spanish post-war rebuilding efforts. With the war over, however, many Carlists impatiently await when their efforts are rewarded and the original Carlist claimant will at last ascend the Spanish throne. We are working on that bit. Right. So what we absolutely need... let's split our armies up. We actually have... These are proper soldiers. I'm impressed with these. But I think we should have a force over there because... Yeah, I just don't trust what's going to go on over there. We need a force definitely in the mountains against Germany. Have we lost... We've got a right old funny mix of everything going on. These are actually a decent template, I think. No, they're not. They're really, really not. Okay, maybe I should disband them. Well, let's not disband them. I have the manpower. Let's change all templates over to infantry. And let's get that on the go. So let's make sure that everyone... The Mountaineers... Let's take that. We only have 2 Mountaineers. I'm going to put them in a separate army for now. Till we decide... Till we decide what to do with them. Do you know what? Is it worth keeping you guys in a separate force? I'm going to put everything into there. 20 armies. Let's make sure everything is on infantry, actually. Infantry divisions. I mean, we've got some seriously good good, well-trained dudes up there. But I mean, Germany. They like us, but we don't like them very much. And I just don't know how they're going to respond. So my advice to myself is to be putting an army on there. However, we also need to keep an eye on Portugal, because I don't know how these guys are going to respond to me either. And we don't really have much of a force to do anything there. So anyway, I'm just going to let the time tick on. We can go in slow mode now. 3 military factories. We should have some more to boost this up. So we can start getting things produced. We've got trucks going on. Convoys. We can now start building up the navy again. Let's get some artillery and let's get some guns out. Is it artillery? Okay, we can do that. Civilian factories. We're going to build up a few. What do we need? Do we need anything in the right way of railways? Probably. Oh, definitely. That's awful. But we can kind of wait on that. So, and on we oh god, the cavalry. Right. So the cavalry division's looking strong. Should we use that for some fast-moving troops? Luckily, there's not a whole lot of Germans on the border. So let's make sure these guys are trained up and ready and waiting. Doctrines are available. They are. I might need some points. I'm going to have to make a police force, I think. But anyway, let's move on. And we need some plans. So what am I going to do with the mountains, the mountaineers? Are they any good for a start? No. No. I mean, what this should look like is this. And I don't know if I have enough power to do this. I kind of like doing them like this, and then you can maybe put some artillery in there, but that should really go under this. We want cavalry recon detachments. We've got to be kind of cheap, and we want engineers, and I guess we want support anti-air. But I'm starting to spend a whole lot of stuff now. I'm not even building that, so let's just save and go back. Yeah, I don't think we need to really build all those things. We're going to have low manpower. That's all right. Manpower is going to eventually sort itself out. And I think we're just going to pop them in there, because we're defending in the mountains, and they will find a job. Well, I say we're defending in the mountains. We're not, of course, defending anything at the moment. I need garrison stuff to hold on to ports. Let me have a look. So we've got infantry divisions, which are great. These are infantry brigades, are they? They are. Okay, so how would I best do this? Do we have any of them? I'm assuming no, we don't have any. So that's good news, right? So let's make ourselves a cheap infantry division. We could give them some artillery, although that is probably more than they really need. Do they need engineers? For holding ports, I am tempted to say no. Not at the moment. We might then edit this later. But give me about... give me 16 to start with. We'll put them in Valencia. Okay, so we'll get those guys trained. They're going to hold our islands. The Mexican Soviet Republic declared war on Nicaragua. That's something I never thought I'd find myself saying. So what happened to Poland then? Poland went... non-aligned. Okay. Oh, hang on. It's a personal union of the Kingdom of Livonia. And the... All right. Who? What? The Kingdom of Livonia. All right. I don't know what's going on there. I thought it said Brazil for a minute. Okay. That was kind of weird. This is the level of... This isn't... Oh, hang on. This is part of the same faction, right? Are they? They're not. They're not in a faction. It's telling me they're not in a faction. Kingdom of Poland is a personal union. Let's see what happens. It's not really any of my concern. Of more immediate pressing worry is perhaps the situation with Portugal. Perhaps. We shall have to see how it develops. Iran has capitulated. That's kind of what Britain wanted, isn't it? All right, I see what's happened. Free France has got in there. So the Allies are busy fighting a war. We're not involved in that. It all depends how these guys are going to go. I don't know. Let's take a little look at the Navy, shall we? So we do, in fact, have... What do we have? We have a battle fleet. Tell you what, let's put all this into one fleet. And then we'll separate it out again. So we'll... Because, yes, that's exactly what happened before. So all submarines, all 12, new theatre. Do we have... We have a Seawolf. He's actually quite good at submarine stuff, yes. So that's the guy we want on there. We may as well put them into training. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Does that still happen when there's no Soviet Union? Apparently something like it just has. So that is weird. And we will have Augustin Garcia in charge of the big fleet. Although it's not great. It has... Oh, they're light cruisers? So this is actually usable like this. Interesting. As soon as I send them out to train, though, that's going to be a different matter. And do I really want to get the big fleet engaged? What we probably want to do... Ouch, we don't have anything in there. Okay, I need to get a naval... We need a Navy leader. Chief of the Navy. We've got one guy to choose from. Not even any options if we take anything different later in the focus tree. We've got one guy to choose from. Right, okay, we can work with that. Support weapons 3. So the weapons... Well, the weapon stuff's good. Okay, so now we can start thinking about building a country and an army and expanding and an industry and an armoured force, which we will definitely need, and support companies and war austerity trains because they'll be cheaper. I feel like we're definitely going to need trains. We have just enough at the moment. I feel like we might need field hospitals. I feel like manpower is going to be an issue, so let's go with that. What are we on, by the way? We are on limited conscription, so we absolutely need to go up to extensive. Wow, manpower's not that great, is it? Do we have options in this? Okay, I think there's going to be some nice options in the focus tree, which will make a difference there. Are we in a bad state of supply? No, this is all good. This is all good. Right, so we are in position. We have new troops. I'll take 2 of those. Yeah, I'll take 2 of those. And we'll put a full-strength army on the border over there. We've got the military police, which is grand. And I guess what we do need is another army as we slowly, very slowly, put a force facing Portugal. This guy leveled up well. We got our guys up good, I think. I mean, he is actually field marshal material, but we don't need a field marshal for some considerable time yet, so... Oh, that's going to be weird. Okay, well, let's have to extend that. We've got a computing machine. I think we've got a couple to pick here. So I will go radar, because we're going to have to detect that, get that at some time. And we're going to be, I think, well behind in the Navy, aren't we? Oh, no, we've got 1936 destroyers. So I think one of the things... And we've got 1936 subs. This isn't actually too bad. Let's get sonar. And then we'll build... I'll build up my stock of convoys. And we'll build some submarines and destroyers. And build a bit of a navy. Meanwhile, the Air Force... Yeah, both of those guys. Where are they? I mean, we did get stuck in a little bit. Yeah, stand down, fellas. Stand down. Go to Madrid. We will form up from there. We can reassign to different armies. Where's the other one at? Oh, you ended up down there, did you? Excellent. Stand down. We'll wait till they're actually reinforced. There's no point. I'm not going to put them on training yet. So... What is the grand plan? I suppose we should have a look at construction and infrastructure to see what we're getting. I mean, we've got decent amounts of tungsten, but that's the only good thing I can say about what we've been lumped with here. Steel is going to be tough. So few factories. All right, let's speed this up. All we can really hope for, I think... Oh, God, we've maybe put an army on Gibraltar. We should maybe put an army on Gibraltar.
Sí, señor.
Let's take... Actually, let's take you two. A new army. And go and cover that. Because if something happened with Great Britain, or it got invaded by someone else, we ended up in a war, we want someone on there. I guess we've got a new commander going in. He looks very similar to the guy who joined the Navy, doesn't he? That must be his twin brother. Anti-air upgrade. Okay, so that's something to build. Meanwhile, over here, our destroyers that we do have will not be terribly effective, I think. 1936 destroy. Well, 1936 submarines we can probably make do with. But 1940 destroyers would definitely be better. So let's try and get a bit of a navy. I think my overall objective is probably to try and rebuild... Oh, God, there's this as well. Right. Well, we're going to have to try and put some soldiers in. It's going to be... Oh, that reminds me. Let's do something from scratch. So let's go for division designer. We want to start with create an empty one. And all we want in here are military police and mobile battalions. Cavalry? Do they have suppression plus 2.4? It's the same. I suddenly thought that's going to be good. Right, we can do that. That's an effective garrison unit. Reasonably effective. And we can always add an armoured car or something to it later for some armour. We can improve that if we need to later on. It's fine. So the whole point of doing that is to nip over into here and switch on this. That's 500 men per point of suppression. This is slightly cheaper. Production cost per suppression. Oh, I know why. It's because we've got the support stuff in. So we'll put those in there. It doesn't seem too bad, this. We've got military governor. I'm actually going to go for civilian oversight. And let's get that going. Right, so, okay, so I could probably do... Is that Carlist Spain as well? It is indeed. Then I guess we better defend this because who knows what Free France is going to go. I mean, it's probably in my interest to join the Axis because I want this. I want to cause trouble. But we'll see what the focus tree brings. There's options in there to go to war with people, and I think that's probably where we're going to pick stuff up from. All right then, full speed ahead. Give me some suggestions, guys, in the comments. Where would you like me to go with this replay? I was thinking of rebuilding the Spanish Empire. Poland refuses German ultimatum again. Coronation of Vladimir III. After nearly 3 decades ruled by the Bolsheviks, Russian dominion today saw a return to Tsardom with the coronation of Tsar Vladimir III in a grand ceremony in the Dormitian Cathedral in Moscow. Okay, so the Kingdom of Poland's gone to war with Germany. Netherlands has capitulated. Kingdom of Livonia joined the Allies. Alright, it's kind... Okay, this is weird. It's kind of World War II playing out again, just with different names. But it feels very similar, doesn't it? Apart from France fell before Poland did. It's cool. I'm going to watch that with great interest. Great interest. Nice. These are... Oh, these are my other divisions, aren't they? So I should be putting this on. Thank you. Actually, change that over to... That looks police forcey. Can we not... Oh, it's Garrison, that's why. Edit that and just put that on there. Was that the one? No, hang on. Which is the one I'm actually supposed to be using? I didn't edit that by accident. No, good. That's a relief. So which was the one I thought... I thought I'd put 5 guys in this. Strange. Okay, save. I don't want the engineers in though. We take the engineers out, or do we? We leave the engineers in. Maybe it buffs them. Cultivate fanaticism. So this is where we want to be. Settle the succession. We gain base stability, which we desperately need, and then we restore the monarchy. Here comes the king, and that gives us all sorts of options depending on who we pick. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's actually going to come on there. Right then, new theatre. You don't really need to be I'll put you in a field marshal group. You don't need to be in one. I will give them a general because they're going to be cheap, right? Now you are going to be in charge of defending all the port areas of the entire empire. Actually, we want that on and nothing else, don't we? So let's go. And this way we can slap up quite a few. Does that cover? That covers that one, okay. We can get quite a few units in this. There's 2 there. There we go. That's it. I mean, he's going to need 16 divisions, but that's absolutely fine. And we'll put them on training. We still need more troops. We need more men and still more men. So this is just going to be, we'll call this garrison defense, or garrisons. That'll do. Who do I want to fight? Who do I want to be friends with? Who do I want to trade with is probably the biggest question. Actually, trade, you guys reminded me. We're bringing in steel, and we don't need to bring in steel. That's because we didn't have steel until I conquered lands. Let me get rid of some of that. We don't need to trade with Free France. I'll have my factory back, please. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Rubber and aluminium. We don't need any of these. Why is that? We should. Oh, I've lost a load of military factories. And a load of dockyards. Interesting. Okay, because I had control of them and now I do not. Right. Very good. I know how it works. Don't worry, it's fine. So we have... I'm going to take that off. Actually, I'm going to put that on. Take that off. We're going to get the aircraft built up. We're going to try and get some equipment done. I guess I need to build flipping military equipment. We're missing stuff for the garrisons, which we're going to work on. The low manpower is okay, though. And it's insufficient resources, just aluminium. That's all right. That's not a problem. We can live with that. And we need to get things fixed, though. I guess this is going to be the thing. Do I want to go straight for that? We've got daily compliance gain. Okay, that's useful. Daily support for an aligned. Stability, that's definitely useful. Out of there, let me just get to 150. Right, we've got the options at the moment of war support, which is fine, and ideology drift, and political power gain and daily support. Political power gain, maybe. I don't think that's a great option for where we are at the moment. I'm actually going to go with... Oh, I can't do this because we need to be at war. Right. Well, that's... Okay, that's fine. That's not an option then, apparently. Tank designer, ship designer, aircraft designer, material designer, artillery designer, infantry equipment, support. Maybe aircraft. Oh, I'll tell you what, ship designer would be a good thing. Raiding fleet. Does this give us... It gives raid... Okay, it does. We've got research speed. Carriers. Are we likely to get a carrier? This is the raiding fleet. Capital ships are good against, apart from heavy attack, which is a shame. And the Atlantic fleet, it doesn't really give us that much stuff, does it? Apart from armor on carriers, which is a hell of a lot. Think we're even going to get to do that? I like the visibility. This seems like the better one, apart from the heavy attack on capital ships. Don't think we're going to rely on that. However, yeah, that's too good. It's too good not to pass up. There's too many buffs on that. We're going to take it. Can you see us? Can you see us building carriers and battleships outside of what we get to start? it's going to take some effort to build a navy, isn't it? Right, so the situation in Poland has changed yet again. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth is rebirth. As Poland and Lithuania are once more governed by a single state, the Livonian government has begun drawing on history for its propaganda in an effort to unite the people behind its policies. Historical experts bombard the population with the various ways in which united Poland and Lithuania could stand against the threats on their borders. Alright, I don't think it's going to make any difference. Smoke generators. We'll take the depth charge thrower. And then let's... I don't have much naval experience, so I don't want to waste it designing a ship just yet. Right, Portugal's done that. Excellent. We do not have the manpower to do much with this, do we? Thank you. Thank you. Love you lots. Do you know what? That's not working. Let's just do that. Yes, I know. We need a few more. So the field hospital's probably a good idea to stick in. We just don't have the firepower. We don't have the industry to do much here. This is going to be useful. So I'm going to take that now. I guess we need to build up some sort of economy. And I'm hoping there's going to be stuff in the focus tree. I haven't read too far ahead down the focus tree, so... Resistance to occupation. Really? Really? It's because I've switched. I know it's because I've switched to civilian oversight. It'll be fine. Do we have decisions to take, by the way? There were decisions. Okay, so we can expand. Right, we need to look at this because we do need this. Production of 8, 8, 8. Let's get them going. That's good use for our political points, I think. Passive sonar. Yeah, active sonar. Off we go. It looks like he's going to the toilet uncomfortably. Too much paella. Oh no, he's training. He's tired. Settle the succession question. So the stability is much appreciated. These aren't mutually exclusive, right? So this one... Ooh, what is this? AI modify joint ally desire. Modify recovering civil war by consumer goods factories factor, construction speed, factory output and dockyard output. This one... Restore the monarchy. Let's see what happens. Oh, the succession question. We have a couple of things to do here. With the death of the childless Alfonso Carlos, the Carlist line has been extinguished, and as a result, a split has emerged in the Carlist movement. There are those who would support the claim of the successor appointed by Alfonso Carlos himself. That's Javier of Bourbon-Parma. That's going to be the top option. But he has no dynastic claim to the throne. Others would rather support the claim of the exiled king Alfonso XIII, who, despite being scion of the traitorous line descended from Isabella II, does have a dynastic claim to the throne. If this question is not handled swiftly, it may well cause our support to fracture into various squabbling camps. Right, so... dynastic continuity must be maintained. I honestly don't know what's going to do this, so let's just jump in with one. I think... Let's have a look. Those who would support the claim of the successor appointed by Alfonso Carlos himself. He's a Bourbon, which the French were Bourbons. Let's go with that. I honestly don't know what we're going to get, so it's going to be... Well, that's not a thing. He's not there yet. Radio detection. So we can build our first early radars. Do I want those on the subs, actually? Do you know what? I'm going to get that before we start building... Or, not the subs. Well, we could on subs, on later models. Destroyers, I meant. Luxembourg joined the Allies. The German Reich declared war on Luxembourg. Right, so most of this is going pretty much historically so far. Luxembourg has capitulated. The Mexican Soviet Republic joined the Mutual Assistance Bloc. The Soviets are big. El Salvador joined the Axis. Panama joined the Allies. Where's El Salvador? Actually, oh, it's this? Yeah, it's this. Honduras joined the United Kingdom. Peru and Ecuador signed a white peace. Costa Rica joined the Allies. Venezuela. Hang on. Venezuela is looking like supporting the Axis. Colombia is not. Free France, United Kingdom. I don't know what to do. We'll see. I might end up going to war with all of them, but will I get the manpower? Belgium has capitulated. All right, Germany is running absolute riot. Yugoslavia is being destroyed. America, everyone's looking at you. Spain's exhausted. Venezuela has joined the Axis. This is going to kick off in South America. The Dominican Republic has joined the Axis.